The Build Public Renewables Act, a no-brainer climate bill for New York. In 2019, New York passed the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act. The CLCPA mandates 100% carbon-free grid by 2040, 70% by 2030, and that 40% of decarbonization investments go to frontline communities. However, no legislation has passed in the last 3 years to get us to these goals. In fact, private corporations continue to invest in new fossil fuel infrastructure. Currently, wind and solar combined make up about 5% of the energy produced in New York State. Of the zero-emission energy we do have, the majority is nuclear, which is not renewable and is in the process of phasing out, and hydro, which is not scalable. But what if we told you New York can power at least 75% of our state with 100% renewables by 2030, bring billions in green stimulus to Black and brown neighborhoods, and create up to 51,000 new jobs in the process, all without raising taxes a single cent? How does the Build Public Renewables Act do this? By empowering New York Power Authority, also known as NYPA, to build 100% renewable energy that can power at least 75% of the state by 2030. That's because NYPA is the country's largest publicly owned energy provider. As a nationwide leader in green bonds, it finances itself. It is already a successful, lucrative, and effective operation. It is proven to be more responsive to frontline communities than profit-driven companies have been. It's been consistently rated as a top employer in the country. And as a public entity, it answers to us, not Wall Street investors. However, NYPA currently is limited to a total of 6 projects over 25 megawatts. That means the process of building out renewables is left in the hands of private companies like Goldman Sachs. It's time to change that. It's time to build public renewables. Tell Albany to work for us, not the polluters. Let's pass the Build Public Renewables Act by June 10th.